Hey there, Josh. In this video, I am going to show you the 3 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. Again, my name is Seleni McGregor, and I just work with business owners across the state of Utah, again, based out of Utah County myself. So I put together this quick custom video for you just about your online presence and specifically how you are stacking up against your competition. I know you mentioned you guys are quite busy right now with a lot of other jobs, but still thought it would be really informative for you just to be educated on where you guys are at, what types of things we're seeing, and thought it would just be really informative for you. So I'm sure at this point though, you might be sitting there asking yourself, well, why would she be doing this and what's the catch here? Well, that's a fair question. What I have found is that most local business owners are just too busy actually running their business. They're swamped with payroll, helping customers, answering questions, just dealing with employees and staying on top of jobs. And many times learning how to leverage the internet to benefit their company just gets buried underneath all of the other to-dos. And let's be real, half the time the only reason people haven't hired somebody is because they don't know who to trust or know who is truly an expert. So that is exactly why I make videos like this. I have found that by giving people an easy, free attack plan of actual things that they can do to impact their business for free, it has resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands and just saying, hey, I like you, Seleni, can you please just handle this for me? So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've heard and can see that I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or even if at the end of this video you simply want to take this free attack plan that I gave you and do it yourself, that totally works for me too. Now let's cover the 3 things that's going to set superior codings above your competition. First would be content, second, citations, and third, backlinks. So first up is content. So since Google isn't a human, it doesn't just know what you do. It needs to be told through your content. So content is basically going to be anything that you can see here on your homepage. Oops, sorry, I'm gonna get that to highlight if it will. There we go. Anything that you can see here that is highlighted. So that can be any of your text here. It can be pictures, what your pictures are saved as, what's behind the pictures. All of that can be considered content. So to give you an example here, if you were to go to like an image and do a right click, save as, you can see what you've got your image saved as. I think if you slide through a couple of them, you've just got them saved slide 1, slide 2, slide 3 there. Now, this would be a great way to be able to leverage high volume keywords by including those here in your detailed image descriptions with your saved images. Again, all of these things are what Google bots can read and basically get an idea of what is this business, what services do they offer, what areas are they targeting, and that is what's going to position you here in the search ranking. The goal is having unique and authoritative content, and you need to have enough of it to be able to add in the right keywords and key phrases that people are going to be searching for in Google in order for somebody to find the services that you actually offer. Most business owners know that they need content, but what they don't know is that in order to rank number 1 on Google for painting, the average content count is about 1,500 to 2,400 words on your homepage, again, while making sure that it contains the right keywords and phrases that your customers are actually searching for. So when I copied all of your content here from your homepage and put it into one of my tools, I'm seeing here that you're sitting just over, barely over 1,000 words here on your homepage. And if we do flip over here, we've got Certa Pro here. They are the number 1 there in the Salt Lake area of currently ranking there. And I did plug in their content that they have, and they are sitting around 1,200 words there on their homepage. So again, very beatable here with time to be able to beat them out in your content count. Now we're actually going to head over here into one of my tools. This tool is called Ahrefs. It's a really cool tool. Typically costs a couple $100s a month if you guys are interested to go get this for yourself. But it essentially gives me behind the scene details that Google is looking at when it comes to ranking a site and can get a really good idea of what's working well for you and for your competition. So I ran a quick scan here of your competitor here. Again, we've got Certa Pro, their Salt Lake page that is ranking number 1 there. And initially we can see the overview of how they are doing. We can see how many keywords their web page is being found for and how much traffic this page is driving right now. So we're actually going to dive specifically into their keywords, and we can see the exact keywords that your competition is ranking for and what customers are actually searching for every single month. Now I'm actually gonna we're gonna search specifically for Salt Lake because that helps kind of the location specific keywords to stand out a little bit. And it looks like just browsing over your website, it looks like you guys do have several locations that you are servicing. I know I saw Salt Lake in there, I saw Riverton, I saw Orem. So it looks like you guys are kind of all over the place. I didn't see specific service areas there, but I'm assuming kind of Salt Lake County, Utah County area, maybe even a little bit higher as well. But anyways, we're just going to focus on just the Salt Lake area. And just as a quick side note, I'm focusing only on painting right now mostly. Obviously, just for this quick video, I just have to choose one location and one service just to make sense of it all. But you can do the same research with all services and all locations as well. But for this one, we're going to go ahead with Salt Lake since it has quite a bit of search volume here. You can see here again that Certa Pro, they are ranking here for like in the top like second, third, fourth position for a lot of these key terms. Again, we're paying attention to this position column here. And then you can actually see this volume column as well as the keyword column. So right here, we've got painters, Salt Lake City. That is being searched 250 times every single month. Third position there for them. Again, Salt Lake City painters, 150 search volume every single month. House painters, Salt Lake City, 90. Painters in Salt Lake City is 30. Salt Lake City house painters, 30. You kind of get the idea. We've got quite a bit, 30, 60, 40, 30, 20. Those are all just Salt Lake specific location keywords that people are searching in. Pretty cool to see the volume that you've got coming out just even in that Salt Lake area. Now, what would it do to your business even if you were getting a percentage of that traffic? I know you guys just said you're busy right now, but if you're looking to scale or grow or bring in any additional jobs, like look at the traffic that we've got going on with those keywords specifically. Now we're going to use the same tool and jump on over into your website that I've got plugged in here. And we can see the same type of overview. We can see, again, the keywords that your website is being found for, what type of traffic your website is driving. And again, we're going to dive in specifically here to your keywords and see what you are being found for right here. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing and put in for Salt Lake City so we can kind of get an idea of what type of those same location keywords so we can compare apples to apples here. So it looks like the only keyword that I'm seeing that your website is being found for Salt Lake City is the epoxy flooring Salt Lake City. That has 70 search volume every month, and it looks like you guys are in the 28th position for this one. So again, you're being found like bottom of the second, top of the third page roughly for this key term there. Otherwise, I'm not seeing any in Salt Lake that you're being found for. Utah, you are being found again for epoxy flooring Utah. 80 search volume, however, you're in the 68th position, so you're looking like 7th page of Google there. Again, you're just not optimized for the same type of terms that your competitors are being found for, like we were showing here with the Salt Lake area. Sorry, let me spell that correctly. Right, you've got all this volume that you are missing out on just because you're not optimized for those. As far as painting specific, you are being found for different painting keywords. However, we really want to focus on this location specific so that it's buyer intent, right? This is a national term, which means anybody in the United States could be finding or searching for this term. And so we want to be finding the people that are actually in your service areas that you're able to target. Similarly across most of these, that's why we really want to focus on like that Salt Lake area or specific locations that way. Otherwise, you can see here you are ranking a pretty good position right here for epoxy coatings Riverton. Again, this is great because it is a location-specific keyword. That's being searched 30 times per month, and you're in the third position is what it's showing you right here. Obviously, rankings and positionings on Google change daily. Honestly, they can change hourly. So again, this is just a tool. It's not 100% accurate with the exact timing right now on Google, but as per what this tool is showing, it's a pretty good ranking right there for you as well. So that's an awesome positioning for you there. I would say otherwise just really focusing on these other positions to get these positions higher, but really wanting to make sure you've got the right keywords going on, right? Again, like in here, we really want to be able to capture that type of volume that we've got going on here and being able to be found for those type of keywords. So again, just the first thing you guys would want to do is helping your content here by increasing your content count and getting the right keywords being found on your homepage. This is 100% beatable, and this is what is helping drive your competitor's business. Now we're gonna actually go ahead and jump over here into Google. I did type in one of those high volume keywords for painters Salt Lake City to see what pulls up. First, of course, you've got the ads section. Of course, here's the thing about ads. Ads can work, but they can also be a huge money pit if your website isn't dialed in or like if customers are using ad blockers. So just be careful to not burn through your money on Google Ads unless you know for sure that your website is going to convert. Now we're jumping actually below the ad section. We're going to come down here into this coveted map section. This area has a lot to do with the second important thing that we're going to talk about, which is citations. You're probably asking yourself, okay, what is a citation? Why do they matter? Well, those are great questions. So this thing is called a Google Map Pack. I'm sure that you've seen it. You've probably used this section and maybe even thought to yourself, how in the world can I get my business up on here? And that's a great question. And it's what I'm about to show you here. So to get yourself in the top 3, the number one thing that Google looks at is a thing called citations. So what is a citation? Well, super simple. They're just your business name, address, and phone number listed on a bunch of online directories like Yelp, Yellow Pages, CityStar, and so on. Having citations like this helps Google to be able to verify you and then give relevance to your local business. So in order to push yourself up here on the map pack and get to the top 3 spots, you just need to increase your citation game along with some other optimizations as well. When you get more citations than your competitor, especially from authoritative or industry-specific websites, your credibility boosts and you gain more trust from Google, therefore pushing you above your competition. Now, you might be asking yourself, great, but how can I actually do that? Well, there are paid tools like WhiteSpark or Bright Local that'll tell us the exact directories that your competition is listed on, and then we can go out and match those directories. But again, we wouldn't want to just match them because we don't want to stop there. We want to dominate them. What we've seen is that with most painting companies that are ranked to the top, they're usually around 200 to 350 citations. So if you're pushed down below that, maybe in the second or third page, you may only have 30 or 40 citations. So we not only need to go get those to match your competitors, but then we need to go ahead and beat them online. Now let's talk about the last thing that I wanted to cover with you today, which is backlinks. So this third pillar will really help you dominate here on Google. So again, when we search for painters Salt Lake City, and if we scroll down past the map pack here, right below that is the organics listings section. You can see here that your site is not ranked as number 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry, I said BBB as 2. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anywhere here on the first page of Google. Now, obviously, this is where you want to be because Google statistics have shown that the top 3 businesses on Google get about 75% of the clicks, meaning that most of your potential customers are choosing one of these first 3 results and are never making it to your listing. So in order to get here, you need to beat out your competition in every aspect. So you need authority. And how do you get authority? Well, to get authority, you just need to, sorry, I also don't know if I was selecting the top 3 here. I was looking at the other screen. But to get authority, you just need to be able to get more backlinks than your competition. Again, easiest way to think about what backlinks are is to think about it like a popularity contest back in high school. You want the coolest, most popular kid to be recommending you. So in this popularity contest here, the one with the most relevant link juice or authority wins. And I do say relevant because not all backlinks are created equal. So you're a plumber. Sorry, not plumber. You're a painter. Sorry about that. I've been talking to a lot of plumbers lately. Well, you guys are painters, right? Well, you wouldn't want to have a backlink from like an ice cream shop linking back to you guys because you don't make ice cream. Although we love ice cream, that would be tasty. Having a backlink from there would not be very helpful for you. You would want to have a backlink from like a local blog or a construction company linking back to you guys. That would be much more effective. So again, let's jump over here into my tool, Ahrefs again. If we go back up into that overview, we can actually see how many backlinks your website is being found for. You've got 137 backlinks being pointed back to your website. It's not bad. It's a start. It's just not dominant. Now, if we jump over here again into your competition here, we can see here they've got 419 backlinks being pointed back to them. And some are from very strong, relevant sources. So again, how do we get here? Well, with Ahrefs, we can actually jump right in here and we can see the exact type of links that they've got and go out and get those same type of links, if not better. Again, this is very beatable with time. Getting you to the top of Google is not magic. It's just a tried and true method that I've shown you here today. So again, the 3 things that you can do today to grow your online presence is first, focusing on your content, getting that front page to be at least the 1,500 words with the right keywords and phrases that people are actually searching for in your area so your company gets found. Second would be citations, just making sure to get your name, address, and phone number listed on as many online directories to beat out your competition by a landslide. And third, backlinks, just making sure that you are getting more quality sites pointing back to your website to show that you are the authority. If you implement these strategies today, you can be number 1 across Google. So I'm sure that you're sitting there asking yourself, okay, well, what now? Well, you really have a few options. If you feel like you cannot handle any more clients every single month, because I know you did say you were busy, that is absolutely fair. If you could just send me a quick note telling me that you watched the video and tell me your thoughts about it, I'd really appreciate your feedback. On the other hand, if you would like to grow, then you can take this blueprint and you can implement these 3 strategies on your very own today. I gave you the exact formula that businesses pay tons of dollars to have, and it's all yours to use to help your company. Now, if you found this information valuable, and if you're still one of those business owners to still raise their hands for the most effective route, just go ahead and respond to this email and we'll set up a time to chat and dive deeper into your situation. Once again, my name is Seleni and I look forward to your email. Have a great day.